Usual, it's Tuna. And I wanted to show you guys sort of a strategy that I've been using for the last day. Make some quick currency with pretty much zero investment. And that is farming Hayward Camlet with 0 watchstones. So to set up this strategy, you're gonna have to sort of complete 3 sets of these boss invitations. So that means that you have to complete white maps, yellow maps, and red maps. That takes a little bit of setup, although you can buy the red maps for, I think, 3C each, and you need 5 of those. You need 4 yellows, and then I believe you need 3 white maps, or 4 white maps. Complete that, and that is because we want to go to grab Controlled Corruption, Amplified, and Grove's Call for an extra 10% chance to spawn a Sacred Grove. And that is because along with farming essences, I will be also crafting medium clusters at the same time. The medium clusters that I'm crafting are non-curse or effect clusters, chaos damage over time clusters. I got a burning damage cluster, but honestly this one's not so good. And you can see that it ends up with, like, I don't know, a cluster like this where percent chaos damage and damage over time multiplier, so that's pretty good. Make sure these are item level 68 plus. And then the rest I was using maybe on like this Vermilion ring or sort of any jewel that I have, so any leftover crafts I do it on that. That's the reason, because you can't really craft gear since the item level of the crafts that you're going to be getting are going to be strictly up to item level 80, so you're not going to be able to craft like really good gear with that. And I really enjoyed running the Fault Cathedral and Toxic Sewer in this region, which are a T4 map and a T3 map, right? You're going to be fully self-sustaining from those two, and also Belfry, right? Belfry. So between the 3 maps, I never run out of maps. So Belfry, Toxic Sewer, and the Fault Cathedral. And basically the strategy is very simple. You run the map, you pick up the essences, and then you upgrade all of your essences only to Shrieking. So you upgrade your essences to Shrieking, and then you price them, and then they sell a little bit over time. Sorry, not right now. So yeah, basically you're just gonna be selling the Shrieking ones. You don't want to upgrade to Deafening because they're actually more expensive. Sorry, you're actually losing money by upgrading to Deafening. And also corrupting your essences to like Insanity or these special ones is not even worth it as well. So I don't recommend doing that either. You're just much better off just upgrading them. And then another thing that you can do on top of that is when you do Final Harvest, try to prioritize the essence swapping craft. Because if you swap your essences over to, for example, the +2 Bogem essence, you know, this one is like 14 chaos, right? So imagine you convert a stack of like 8 essences into a 14 chaos essences. That's a lot of currency. So yeah, that is sort of the zero investment essence strategy that I've been doing on day 1. I actually did this for about like 5 hours yesterday, and I made, I think, around 600 chaos doing that. So it's not like insane current money per hour, but it's pretty good for basically zero investment mapping, you know? It's very chill. You just put in the map, you don't have to think about anything. You got your new auto flask strategy going on, which is a video I released yesterday about yeah, basically like automatic flasking. And for some reason my flasks are bugged. Oh, there, they're working. Okay, cool. And yeah, I just like all can go these maps. There's nothing really that I'm doing special to these maps. I'm also running the chaos recipe at the same time, so that's a little bit of extra money that you can do that. You can do with this strategy. I recommend you check out Chaos Recipe Enhancer. Once you set that up, it's actually really handy. You can have like sort of automatic Chaos Recipe filtering going on, and it updates everything for you. It lets you know how many sets you have. I was never really one to enjoy doing the Chaos Recipe, but that's also because I never really did low tier maps on early league and things like that. So I've always felt like it was a little bit of a waste of time. But in this situation, I think it's very worth it to do Chaos Recipe. So I also want to talk about the league mechanic, because that is something I will do unless I get Gwenin. If I get Gwenin, I will skip it. But if I get the other boys, I'll do it, because the reroll currency is really good. And you know, you have a chance of getting the reroll currency, so that's also very good. One thing to note is that if I'm doing Belfry map, I am not gonna be I am not going to be doing the boss in that map. The boss in that map is just horrible, right? Like, it's Kitava, it's phased, it's going to take forever. So it's just a complete waste of time, in my opinion. So you can see we got Gwenin, which is, you know, the Gamba. And so we just skip it because, yeah. Setting up the explosives and things like that just to get maybe some Gamba rerolls, just not worth it at all. And honestly, in terms of like raw drops that you get from the currency, from the league mechanic itself, it's just never been worth it. And it doesn't seem like they're gonna buff it or anything like that. So yeah, that's basically one map. The raw currency you get from it is like not insane, but you know, you get an essence or two, and it requires literally 0 investment. So that's pretty nice. You're gonna be self-sustaining your maps, so that's also very, very nice. Here I have my chaos recipe tabs. We just chucked everything in there. We got affinity to take care of us. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I'll show you real quick what the chaos recipe enhancer looks like. So this is it. The chaos recipe enhancer, you're gonna set up your loot filter. It's gonna show you the ring color, like all of that, and that's gonna run the overlay here. If I say fetch, it's gonna find out how much stuff I have in my tabs. You can see that I now have 18 sets of chaos recipe available to me. And if I click stash, it shows up this grid that then I click along with. And it even has like an order, so like things fit in your inventory. And when it makes a noise, there you go. That means that you have one set of chaos recipe ready in your inventory. And you just chuck that in the vendor and then you go to see. And that is basically how the chaos recipe enhancer works. Make sure you grab version 1.2.3 because that is the newest one. The one from Kosachi, I guess that's his name, yeah. Yeah, make sure you're setting your prefix, stash tab mode prefix, set your account name, your PoE session ID, which you can Google on how to do that, Expedition League, then select Chaos Recipe Greeby mode, full set threshold, you can set to whatever. So prefix, and I put Y, so what that means is that like I'm gonna be naming my tabs Y, and then the number of them, and so it's gonna search for those tabs here with the prefix of Y. And then the loot filter, it's up to you what colors you do. If you want to go in depth to customize this stuff, it's really up to you. So yeah, there you go. That is the chaos recipe enhancer that I've been using along with the essence farm, and I've been doing, you know, pretty good currency per hour doing that. It's not like the best. Probably pushing red maps is better, but if you're just getting into maps and you just want to make some quick currency, this is probably the best thing you can do. So yeah, I do advise that. So yeah, grab these Atlas passives and go farm some maps, man, and have fun. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, you know, maybe subscribe or comment or some shit. I'd appreciate that. And
Sana
peace.
has offered
Have a good
to
day.
take me to every corner of Rayclass.